What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with another boxing video. I've just been hearing a lot of chit chat regarding a particular subject in the sport, so I figured I'd explore it in this video. Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is currently promoting his fight with Marquez for the fourth time. He was on ESPN's First Take, and he's just been in the media in general saying he's willing to submit to any of Floyd's demands. He said Floyd Mayweather can have the bigger purse. They'll do a 45-55 split. Mayweather takes the bigger purse. He said he's willing to do the Olympic-style drug testing. He says pretty much Mayweather can have any option that he desires. He just wants to make this fight happen. Now, to a lot of you naive boxing fans, you look at it like, yeah, Pacquiao really wants to make this fight. Cool. The ball's in Mayweather's court. He's ducking. What you guys fail to realize is boxing is very political, and it's a business. They make business decisions. Pacquiao, he's an athlete, but he's also a businessman. Bob Arum, he's a businessman. They have to do whatever positively impacts their business. So this is none other than a promotional vehicle to get people interested and lure them into the Marquez 4 fight. And if you really think about it, what better way to promote a fight that we've seen 3 other times than to mention the highest paid athlete whose style resembles Mayweather, and that's Juan Manuel Marquez. They're both technicians, they're both counterpunchers. So again, this is just a way to create a buzz and generate a buzz and to get a hype surrounding it. Because why would Pac wait until right now to reveal any of these things? He fought Timothy Bradley in June. Prior to that, Floyd Mayweather called him out on Twitter, said, "Let's fight Chump May 5th." And you didn't hear much about Floyd Mayweather fight. Pacquiao was busy picking his opponent, etc. Now all of a sudden, when you have another fight in front of you, already signed up, and you're promoting, now you want to talk about you're willing to give in to Floyd's demands and he's afraid to fight you, etc. And it doesn't make sense. If you disagree, explain to me why Pacquiao is currently bringing it up, even though he has a fight in front of him. It's not like they're going to cancel Marquez 4. That would piss off a lot of boxing fans and definitely a lot of Mexican boxing fans. So what is the point to even mention any terms or what you're willing to do to make a Floyd Mayweather fight when you have a tough opponent already in front of you, someone who's given you problems in the past? It's like I said, you're not going to cancel it. It's a business. Marquez 4 has already been signed. They've already signed on the dotted line. That's already underway. So you mean to tell me Top Rank as a business, even though they've been promoting it, they got flyers and posters, they've flown Pacquiao and Marquez around to tour for this particular fight, they're going to just cancel the fight? The only way I see this fight being canceled is, God forbid, one of them gets hurt in training and they have to postpone the fight. But other than that, this fight is already set in stone. It's already taking place. So it's irrelevant for Pacquiao to even bring up Mayweather, because at the very least, you guys still wouldn't be able to fight this year. So what is the point of even talking about any terms unless you're trying to create that buzz for yourself? And again, why would Pacquiao wait until now to do it when he's remained silent in recent memory? It kind of reminds me of those high school fights. You see a fight in high school and then someone's fighting and not really talking shit, and it doesn't really look like they want to commit to fight or they don't really want to fight. And then all of a sudden a teacher comes and separates the two and breaks them up. And all of a sudden the person who was like apprehensive about fighting, they jump bad and they want to say, "Man, let me at him, let me go, let me go." And they want to start hooting and hollering. Same thing with Pacquiao. Like I said, now you're at a point where you already have a date locked in with Marquez for the 4th time. And now that's when you choose to mention Floyd Mayweather's name and what you're willing to do to make that fight happen when you're already locked into an opponent. So again, this is just promo. This is just ways to get fans interested, and it's funny that some of you fans are actually buying it and you really believe that this is none other than promotion. And another example, this happens all the time. Look at rap music. When a rapper is working on an album, he's usually working with producers, writing songs. You might know he's recording an album, but you usually don't hear too much about that person. Then they come up with the CD covers. They got that design. They got copies pressed up. They're ready to sell this album, and they got a release date. They're ready to go. all of a sudden, that rapper starts making controversial statements or dissing another rapper. Or, like I said, making controversial statements. Fuck Obama, I'm supporting Mitt Romney. Or they diss another rapper, or they come out with a sex tape, or something else that will further create interest and get people to Google their name or talk about them or go on Instagram and post pictures or whatever the situation. And it's funny that some of you fans don't realize it. And like I said, it's kind of like they're playing with the emotions of boxing fans. They realize that there's still a large percentage of people who want to see Mayweather versus Pacquiao. So in order to promote another fight, they tell the fans what they want to hear. And it's funny that some of you don't see that, because this happens all the time in real life. Picture this. Some of you guys have tried to get at girls. When you're trying to get at them, you tell them everything under the sun. Yeah, I want to be with you. You're the hottest girl I've ever met. And I want to have kids with you. I could see myself marrying you. After you hit and you smash, what happens? You slowly stop calling them. You don't care. You don't really respond to your text. At that point, it doesn't matter. You already got what you wanted. So it doesn't matter if you call them again. You already accomplished whatever you wanted to accomplish. And in this case, they want views. Another reason you can tell that this is a business is Marquez 3 in November sold 1.4 million pay-per-view buys, whereas Bradley did about 700 to 850,000 in June. And I say 700 to 850,000 because the reports vary. Yet Pacquiao is fighting the guy he already beat in November, and he beat twice, instead of fighting the person, Bradley, who took his belt. That further lets you know that this is a business. They're doing it because they know there's a heavy, heavy Mexican fan base that'll probably support Marquez 4. And to add to that, they bring up Floyd Mayweather's name. So it's a business. They're doing whatever they feel is the most lucrative. They're not doing what makes the most sense, which is to fight the person who took your belt and ended your win streak. Personally, at this point, I could give two pieces of pit bull shit about Mayweather and Pacquiao fighting. It's went on too long. It's like ping pong. I'm sick of the back and forth. And there are too many other great fights that are slated to happen for me to worry about Mayweather and Pacquiao. I mean, for all I care at this point, their legacies can just remain intact how they are or whatever. As a fan of the sport, if they do fight, I would watch the fight. But I'm not going to stress myself out about commotion and arguing who's ducking who. It's a business at the end of the day. It's kind of like a child who has a father, and then one day that father leaves unexpectedly. So a week passes, your father still hasn't came back. 3 weeks pass, you still haven't seen your father. Now after about a year or so, you're going to look out that window and realize, hey, my father might not be coming back. And you come to grips with that. And that's basically where I'm at with this whole Mayweather versus Pacquiao fight. It's like I've come to grips with the possibility that this fight may never happen. And I'm just apprehensive to believe that it will happen until I see something that leads me to believe otherwise. Even the Sergio Martinez Chavez Jr. fight, that fight had been talked about for over a year and a half. And it was something I wanted to see where Chavez Jr. was at. And they announced that they were fighting. I still didn't believe that it was true. I was like, okay, something's going to happen. Someone's going to pull out from the fight or request more money, or something weird or random is going to happen. And as time went on, and then they're getting closer and closer. They're doing the media days and interviews. And I'm like, okay. And then it gets to the weigh-in. I'm like, okay, I guess they really are fighting. And fortunately for boxing fans, that fight was made, and you guys seen the outcome. But as far as Pacquiao Mayweather, I'm just over it. I don't really care at this point. If they fight, they fight. If not, I'm not worried about it. Let me know what you guys think. This is my opinion. Subscribe, comment, hate. You know the routine. It's Ego signing off.